Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me today here in Farm Sim 25. And we're back on the New Frontier Forestry map. Indeed, my little self-designed empire here. Far from perfect, perfect from afar, and, well, at the moment a little bit lonely because we don't have any of the critters installed. And I went this morning down and bought some wheat for the chickens. We have grass at the bale storage for the sheeps. We'll have to get something before we put pigs in place. I'm not sure what sort of a diet we would like for them. I also picked up the water tankers so we can do the greenhouses. So we have a lot to do. But what I sort of want to do now, I want to get the animals in before the day is done, because as soon as we sleep, it's going to be a whole new month, which, yeah, I've always thought kind of sucked. But what I would like to do today is this is still wrong. I took the mod out, reloaded, blah, 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 like the mod for contracts, and we've still got things like baling on field 1. That's great. I'd love to do it. I have the gear. There's a crop of wheat on field 1. There's nothing to bale. So the contracts do not work on this map. That's okay. That's okay. We can make our money growing stuff, selling stuff, milking stuff, those sort of things, you know? But what I really, I was going to tow the trailer somewhere else, but then I realized, oh yeah, I took the wheels off. Yeah, managed to drag it about 1.5 feet before I realized we had shifted the kitchen floor out from under the stove. Yeah, what we're going to do here is we are going to put in our first, I don't know about this stuff though, this kind of worries me. Like, is this gonna plow out of here? Because I'd like to put our first field in, and I was thinking kind of right down here. I really only have one tree to worry about. Yeah, and then we could put a pretty decent field in. Okay. Okay, dokie. Now, well, I suppose I could have cut it into respectable length. Oh, I've lost it, haven't I? Ah, pile of sawdust and such, yes. Okay, well, you know what they say about just the tip. There we go. And it's a little bit long for 2, a little bit short for 3. So what do we got here? It's 9.8 meters, huh? Well, there you go. This piece is light enough to pick up. It's probably going to be the only one. Oh, we did miss one little piece of branch. Okay. There we go. No. There we go. That time got it. Yep. Nice. No, I don't think those other ones I can... Is this still running? Oh, Dad. I don't think those other ones are going to be quite so easily lifted. So, let's... grab what is going to be our logging tractor. I was thinking about going wheel loader. One, it's pretty dang expensive. I mean, you're looking, you know, $250K just for the loader. Probably should have just used the winch and yanked these out of here. Ooh, this will really take an angle, won't it? Chonk. Somewhere around here I hit a logging trailer. There it is. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with the way this turned out. I'm not done. I would like to, you know, obviously expand upon this. Ooh, a little close. Okay. No problem. Now, have they managed to master the part where when I do this, it should fall out? Ooh. Well, aren't we just pro? Huh. Alright, well, that's a happy step in the right direction. And other than some branches sticking, I mean, there was nothing stuck on that one, so that's good. Now, the wood chips, that's part of the lumberjack mod. You can turn wood chips on or off. And I thought, well, you know, we do normally produce them when we chainsaw things. You can take my word for it, I'm Canadian. And they're worth money. Again, you can take my word for it. I'm Canadian. In other words, I'm cheap. Alright, well, let's Scooby this one. I'm pretty impressed. They seem to knuckle up pretty good with this thing. I mean, it looks kind of ridiculous because it's like you're holding it in the tips of your fingers. But, you know. Ah! Alright. That's unfortunate. I'm still thinking I could probably pick that up by hand in actuality, but I'm going to need the practice because we are going to be going after bigger kit here. Pretty darn quick, too. Okay. Let's try this again. Ugh. And up, and up, and over and down. Here we go. Are you actually up high enough this time? Let's really make it shine. Okay. Again, probably not 100% necessary, but yeah, I've got to get back into the swing of this. We haven't done a lot of well, any sort of logging for quite a while. All right. So with that out of the way, we've actually got a pretty decent little spot to, pretty decent little spot to go log, or field making. So we'll grab our plu. I don't know where it went. Huh. Weird. I mean, I used it because, that's how I made my road into town. I did actually plow a track, and then, oh, there it is. Dopey. And then cultivate over it, and then paint it. So, yeah, this is our road here. And this goes all the way into town. Oh, I don't have... There's something I forgot. I didn't put a sale point down for the honey. Which means our bees have not started doing anything. Well, that's not good. Bubbity 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 bing. Poof. No, that's not where you buy animals. That's where you look at the animals you has. So now we can go to animals. Not cows. They're not horses or pigs. Not really sheep or chickens either. Here we go. Oh, only one allowed. Apparently I do have one. Somewhere. Hey, there's them cowbell Sooty's always hearing. Big shout out, Sooty Farmer. Awesome YouTuber. Awesome dude. So it is a unique day today. Well, it does come around every year, but it is winter solstice. It is the shortest day of the year. As of 4:21 this a.m., it became the solstice. So, very cool. This is also the day that my darling niece, who is down in California at the moment, gets married. Her new hubby-to-be is a Californian. So, yeah. That's a thing. It's gonna get to watch the whole wedding on some kind of, I don't know, one of them interwebs functional things, so we'll have to see how that goes. Alright. So, now we're gonna knock that tree over as well at some point, but let's see how we do. We will allow create fields. We will lower it into the ground. There we go. It's making field. I have no idea if this is square. Okay. How's that? That's much closer. Okay. Yeah, I really do miss the fact that there we go. 180. Perfect. That should be... Am I gonna hit that tree? You know what? Oh, timber. Yes. There we go. Okay, now I am not going to hit that tree. Alright, we're set at 180. Let's lower it down. Let's try... Stay relatively close to 180 if we can. Okay. Now, let's turn our thoughts to 90s. There we go. Let's drop that down. And let's try and sort of hang around the 90 mark if we can. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to give this the best chance of actually working with the other things. Alright. We're managing to... I mean, we're not perfect, but we're managing to stay fairly close to our goal here. I do want a reasonably good first field. So... Okay. I think that'll be alright, eh? I mean, it's not monstrous, but... Sure. Okay, well, let's find 0 degrees, shall we? 1.1. Oop. Alright, close enough. Close enough. Alright, and of course, our final number. There we are, 270. Ooh, a little bit of fluctuation there. Oops, I'm going the wrong way, that's why. That's better. Come on. Why are you going the wrong way again? Come on. Alright. Call that good. Let's, oops. Drop her in the hole. And cut across. 'Cause, 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 'cause I should come to the edge of that one. Or at least close to it. I mean, that's the one thing that you can't really... Alright, I was worried about those rocks. I really was. Okay, well, obviously I wasn't spot on. But, there you go. That should be a relatively rectangular field. There we go. Okay. There we have it. Now, out of curiosity, no field detected. Okay, fair enough. There is no field yet, granted. But I have a feeling that's going to be a thing. I think that, at least with this particular map, I think we're going to lose a lot of that sort of functionality. And that's where the older version of GPS sort of thing would really shine. Because you could use it to do things like create fields, right? No problem. Well, that's what I sort of wanted to find out, was whether that functionality was there, because the contracts are still not. Yeah, even with the removal of the mod, they don't work. So we can pretty much at this point consider that if we do this map, it's going to be a, you know, a more standard old school playthrough, in so much as we're not going to get to rely on, you know, a never-ending swarm of contracts to make money, or the advanced tools of, you know, assisted steering and AI helpers. Of course, the only thing I've used my AI helpers for to this point is other people's stuff anyway. Right? Our own field projects on the other map we've done ourselves. So. And as this is the only map so far, at least as far as the mod hub goes, that's been released. I know there are other ones. In fact, speaking of Sooty Farmer, he has found one that he's going to be having a look at here. I hope the videos are up fairly soon to see. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a woodland map, as this is supposed to be. That, yeah, is, but it's not from the mod hub. It is, I don't know how would you put it, a rogue site. So, yeah, comes with the, I mean, at one point that was how we all did mods, right? You went to somewhere like FSUK, or, you know, one of those sort of sites, which, as far as I know, no longer exists, oddly enough, as popular as it was. But it wasn't 25 that it died out in, it was gone last iteration as well. So. But amongst those sort of sites, they were one of the better ones, because a lot of the sites, that even some of the ones that have been around for years, had degraded to the point where they'd be showing like all of 3 mods on a page. Not because they were big detailed mod descriptions and pictures and No, just because that's all the room that was left once you accounted for pop-ups and just straight up tacked on ads. Yeah. Some of the filthiest places on the internet. But, yeah. At any rate, so there are other maps out there. I'm hoping people like Stevie, maybe Black Sheep, a few of the mod authors who have released great content for 17, 19, 22, and hopefully 25. And I'm pretty sure that if some of the more popular homestead-style maps, like No Man's Land, for instance, do get released, they will likely, if it's possible to do, include proper contract usage and, proper assist steering and that sort of thing. Like, they will actually be up to 25 standards, which, sadly enough, I mean, let's face it, if you don't have the newest toys and tools, well, you're playing with last year's grub. We just get to use the vehicles from this year, which, I mean, it's not like they're 2025 models. I mean, there might be something in there that's a 2025 model, but yeah, I think most of this is safe to say has been around for longer than that. Oops. Same key it's always been, species. Same key it's always been. Now, I don't have a stone picker yet. That's something I will have to get. Because I did leave stones turned on, because we do have a debris crusher. And since we have a debris crusher, well, one would expect to have debris. What can I say? And I don't know about the other contracts. In fact, that's something we could check on. Because there's a good possibility things like deadwood contracts, stone breaking, stone picking, well, not stone picking. I don't think anything on a field is going to work. But there is the possibility that the non-field stuff will. So, yeah, I don't trust that that's just going to slip off the other side. Let's just leave it to do that if it needs to, and seems a little narrower down at this end, only in some spots. Okay. Let's go and get what we missed down at the end here. That's not bad. I did a whole field and managed to stay parallel enough that only a tiny bit got gapped out here at the end. Cool. Alright. Really nice subsoiler off the mod hub. There are, I believe, one size larger, but I didn't have the hub to run it. I think you need to be like 240 hoopoos, and I've got like 175 or something. I don't remember. Don't remember the exact details. Alright, get off of me. Now we do have more kits sitting up at the shop. Sprayers, seeders, that sort of stuff. Obviously I brought the grass gear down first because, well, you know how it is. I wanted to mow the farm, which I did. Okay, now that we're plowed border to border, does it consider us a field yet? Oh, look at that, look at that, look. Ha 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 ha. It could well have been because it didn't know what the heck to do with a subsoiler. So, what is this? What is this? Huh? Interesting. So the AI worker will do it. Same thing, steering assist works. Well, there you go. There you go. Kind of out of the blue, and it looks a little bit, I don't know, like something I'd draw. But, you know what? I'm actually going to old school this. Well, there you go. That's good to know. Oh, and by the way, the reason I am on this farm, even though I said, well, I'm going to leave it to Sooty, is because he did find something else. He apparently did a bunch of placement and stuff, like basically was doing what I was doing, building a farm. And, yeah, was not terribly impressed with, you know, the amount of land deformation and stuff that comes from putting them down. It's just a pain in the butt to fix. Now, hopefully, my second video on this map, the one where I actually do the leveling and stuff and show what I did to manage it, helps a little bit when he goes on his new map, because I think it's pretty much what you sort of need to be doing if you want it to work, right? Yeah, I'm kind of drifting. What are those? Weird holes. Not just bloody weird. Bumps and holes. Okay. Alright, I suppose I should actually do a bit of a headland here. Well, so I guess it's just contracts that aren't working. And as I said, I did give it a fair shake. I, like I said, took the mod out and then completely logged out of the game, logged back in, etc. And yeah, just didn't seem that we were going to have any joy. Ooh, yeah. Maybe I should go around the map and make a bunch of fields. And then see if contracts come up on them. Like, make them but don't keep them, just sell them all. I had to buy every single piece of property between me and town that I laid a road in. Because, I mean, that's a part of it. You can't, screw with the landscape on property you don't own. So yeah, piece by piece, as I came down the map, I'd buy the piece of land. When I'd hit the border of it, and it would go, you don't have the right to be here. Then I would sell that and buy the next one in line. So yeah, that's how my road building experience went. All in all, though, I mean, it was pretty easy. It's not by any means a dense forest, so it's not like it was hard to find a clear way through, which I have certainly run into on some other maps that I've done it to. So, yeah, we'll get our headland along this edge. Awesome. It's actually not a bad sized field, eh? That worked out okay. So yeah, we'll have to buy ourselves a stone picker, eh? What do we got? Let's have a look. Anything in the specialty department? No. Well. Hoopty-doopty. Alright, here we go, here we go. Yeah, another thing that's weird, if you get into wheel loaders, okay, you'll see there's 3 Volvos. That's all fine and dandy. If you go into the tools, what you'll notice is there's mostly Volvo tools, and then there's your usual Albert, McCormick, yeah, and the Magsi log forks and pallets, right? Some of these things are only good on this one, the biggest Volvo, the L180H. So the log fork, the bag lifter, those forks, and when you get into the buckets, the biggest bucket only fit that one. So yeah, you got to be careful when you're doing those. And I didn't want to have to buy, you know, the biggest, most expensive one just to get the better tools. So I decided, you know what, we'll just have to go a little smaller scale for now and go with this guy. Just a simple front loader with a weight on the back, a log fork on the front, and a reasonable little trailer. See, they've released auto-loading loggers. So yeah, you can now get logging trailers that are auto-load, which would be great, I'm sure, for like those wood transport missions. Just pull up beside the pile, go tick a tick a tick a tick a tick a tick a tick till it's full, drive it where it needs to go, you know. They have it, the most recent update on it, made it so you get the choosable where you want to place it thing. So yeah, if you like the autoloader stuff, and let's face it, most people did, it's there now. So that's bales and logs taken care of. So next up, I'm sure, will be general and specialty pallets. That seems to be the way it goes. And hopefully that whole process goes a little smoother than it did in 22. There seemed to be a whole thing between whether you used one type of auto-loading and there was, you know, a mod that would simply make everything auto-load everything, and then there was universal auto-load, and there was auto-load specifically for certain tools, and yeah, it was sometimes not great. But then it can take a while to adopt a standard when you're in a new industry. Now I believe... Oh, did I ever adjust this to... Hopefully, we're not going to be running like one-day seasons or something. I hope I adjusted that. But anyway, it is August, so we can go canola, grass, oilseed, poplars, that's it. Come September, then barley opens up, and wheat opens up. Okay. So, we don't need to do the seeding on this field today, which is good, because, I mean, it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and I'd still like to, like I say, get at least some of the animals underway so they have that end-of-month boost, and hopefully it counts as their first month, if we get them today. But I also realize this episode is probably running a little long and I should get on with it. So I may end up buying them off screen. But I mean, it'll be exactly the same as it was on the other maps. I'm not gonna, you know, buy transport for them, etc., etc. Like I say, you'd have to buy like 1 billion animals to ever make the cost of one effective. And there, look at that. We have that which must be called a field. Hang on. So we'll park this up, and then we're going to take a little ride on my new road. And when we get to the shop, so I can buy a stone picker, we'll call it an episode. This is much easier from in the tractor. Don't know why I'm not. I thought about that when I placed them this close together. And then I tried the in the tractor view and went, oh, okay, it's no problem. Excuse me. Alright, let's head out. Go to the shop. Here, I'll go into higher mode here so we can have a look at me lovely road through the woods. It's kind of wide, maybe, and I messed up there. I accidentally painted under the tree. I did not mean to. But yeah, like I said, I ran the plow the full length. Kind of marked out where I wanted the road, and then cultivated it to make it sort of levelly smooth, although it doesn't look very smooth, does it? And then painted it over. Excuse me again. My God. Now, that way is the sawmill, and I think a carpenter's shop. Yeah. Sorry about that. The old YouTube allergy kicking in. There's your animal sales, general store type of thing. And where we are going is the shop. Which, as you can tell, is nowhere close to our farm. Yeah, field 1, which is the wheat field, is of course the one that the contract wants us to bale. So, yeah. Should have almost bought the field, harvested the wheat, and then sold the field. But the other thing is, I don't think you can just buy fields. I think you have to buy the whole square. Yeah. Alright, here's the rest of our gear, right? There's the trailer we're going to be using. Fairly standard, not huge. Here's our sprayer. Got a little extra tank for it for capacity. Lime. And cedar planter. That's it. Well, till now, we're gonna buy ourselves a stone thing made of stone. So let's do that. Caw-caw. Don't scare me. Alright. Stone picker. There you are. Well, we have a choice of 2. The Scorpio, 5.5 meter, or the Scorpio, 9.5 meter. Well, 170 horses. I don't know if we can manage that. Vehicles. We've got a Fendt 516 Vario. 171 horse. There you go. That guy right off the top will do it. And our Kubota. Oh, that ain't it. It's the M8. 200 horse. Oh, no problem. No problem. At all. So, Nah. Alright. Rim colors. Yeah, that matters. Oh, you got wide wheels with weights. I'm just kidding. That'll do. But, yes. Okay. Now, before harvest season, we are going to have to make a little money, because we do not have a harvester. Oh, we could always lease it, depending, you know, how many fields we have. It may not be worth owning one. But, it may be. So yeah, there you be. I'm going to leave the episode there. I do hope everybody enjoyed. If you did, remember to hit that like button. And till next time, have a wonderful solstice. This will be going up well after that, I think. But take care of each other, folks. And ciao for now. Here, let me just have a quick boom. Can you... Oh, you can buy just the field. That would score us some wheat. We'd have to buy our harvester right now. So 15k, that's going to leave me, say, 170-ish. 175. Okay. What can I get in a ordinary legal harvester? 75,000 for the little roastal mash, eh? Okay, if we look at combos, we could, so 75, this would be 100k with the bigger power stream. That's not bad. That's not bad. 40, I'm sure that's fine. Yeah. And we'll go back to combinations, and we will buy this guy. Okay. Now, we should be able to go back here, grab you. Yes, please. Alright, now. Let's go back to here. And I'm going to mow down that little field. So, take care of each other, folks, and ciao for now.